Would you like another data point to confirm that this is the greatest transfer of wealth in world history? Well, you're in the right place. Now, if you appreciate our content, please help me by sharing out our content far and wide, making sure that you like this video, and drop a comment down below and let me know how you're going to take advantage of this opportunity. Check out this data point to confirm once again that this is going to be the greatest transfer of wealth in world history. And we talk about how this is going to be, once again, the dollar amount, the transfer of wealth is going to be massive. And then also check out this data point as well. Home prices, auto loans, and Social Security. More than 4 million people are turning 65 this year, and it will affect you. Welcome to Peak 65, the biggest influx of senior citizens the world has ever seen. Now, a huge shout out to our senior citizens. God bless you all. I know we have people in our community ranging all the way from, in the teens, all the way up to over 70 years old in our community. And I just appreciate all of you guys. But this is important. This confirms everything that we've been talking about, folks. And it's going to have a major, major impact. One might want to say some ripple effects. Everything in society, housing, healthcare, the workplace, inflation, and even the way urban planners design city streets will be affected by the sheer volume of Americans turning 65 this year and the years ahead. More than 4.1 million people are expected to retire this year, and that figure will continue on through 2027. Now, this has been this Alliance for Lifetime Income's Retirement Income Institute, that's a mouthful, which has been tracking the Peak 65 zone. This year will bring the largest number of Americans celebrating their 65th birthdays, which the organization is referring to as the retirement age. Now, obviously, there's no set age, but this is when most people do. This is when you get the full, Social Security benefits. Their soon-to-be 65-year-olds may have plans for their upcoming birthdays, but many haven't planned enough for their retirement, experts said. The number of 65-year-olds may be peaking, but we are far from peaking in the challenges of financial insecurity. Of course, we have stormy weather ahead. Yeah, absolutely. Near retirees simply aren't prepared. About half of women ages 55 to 65 have no retirement savings, compared to 46% of men, and this according to the U.S. Census Bureau in 2022. Employers have moved away from pension plans into defined contribution plans like the 401k, which push the onus on saving for the future on workers themselves if they have access to an account at all. And remember, half of Americans that have 401ks don't even know what's in their 401k. That's another part of the problem. Older Americans are not the only ones in trouble if the tide doesn't turn, according to Jason Fisher, executive director of the Retirement Income Institute at the Alliance for Lifetime Income. Generations to come will also be negatively affected. In the short term, a lack of financial security places pressures on how people pay for housing and healthcare in retirement. In the long run, relying more heavily on local, state, and federal governments to assist in supporting older society without enough funds could mean higher taxes, which affect the ability of younger generations to pay for necessities, or more borrowing, which could lead to higher interest rates and, in turn, higher expenses when buying homes and cars. It could also lead to more adult children needing to support their aging parents, slowing that generation's ability to save for large life expenses such as college tuition, homes, and their retirements. That impacts everything. Okay, that's enough on that. Let me speak on it. Here's the deal. People aren't prepared to retire, okay? And even if they are, portfolios are taking a hit, right? We just reported in 2022, it was this worst year ever for bonds, and it was the third worst year ever for the traditional 60-40 portfolio. So if you aren't prepared, well, if you haven't already, please subscribe. Make sure you hit that notification bell so you stay tapped in with us right here, because we're going to help you get prepared. Whether you're a young buck like me, just getting started, or you're towards the end of the runway and we better figure out a plan and we better figure out one quick. Or if you're at the end of the runway with a bag that we need to protect, well, we can help you do that as well. And here's the thing. Right now, if we don't continue with this quote unquote soft landing that they're trying to pitch us, which I don't think that we will. I think that it is going to be a hard landing. I think that we are going to experience some sort of recession crash. What I'm expecting though right now is we get that scenario before we get that V-shaped recovery, because they're going to come back in and paper this thing over by cutting rates, turning back on the money printer to paper this thing over for the election. In that case, stagflation comes back or continues. It's already kind of here. Stagflation means that demand is falling off for products and services, but prices are still going up. It's the worst case scenario, especially for retirees. See, the retirees, get absolutely killed through this inflation. And this is why they have to get inflation hedges in their portfolio, right? And at the same time, they're being pitched all these stocks, and everybody says, just pile into the S&P 500 that's at an all-time high. Pile into NVIDIA, which is at an all-time high. I don't know about you guys, but I don't really buy into all-time highs. That's not how I roll. I usually wait, if there's an asset that I want to get into that's at an all-time high, maybe I'll wait for a pullback, a correction before I enter a position, right? Or if it's going to provide some sort of dividend or cash flow, maybe there's a play there. But I don't buy into green candles. I don't buy into all-time highs. And so this is why we've talked about hedging your portfolio with precious metals. This is why I've partnered up with affiliates that will help you roll over a 401k retirement account to precious metals. Or if you want to just get metal shipped directly to you, we've added that as part of our strategy. But then on the other side of that, when we go to risk on assets, I'm not buying into the green candles, the all-time high S&P 500 index. What I'm specifically looking at is private equity companies like a Ripple, maybe a Circle, companies that are on the cutting edge that are going to be part of the new financial system, the fourth industrial revolution, where we can actually see some price appreciation, right? I'm looking at suppressed digital assets like XRP, XLM, a few of the others there that have real world utility, are bringing real value, and just have been suppressed for the numerous amounts of reasons why they've been suppressed. That's where I'm looking at, because if we do go risk on, I don't want to be in an Apple stock that's going to go up another 10 to 20%. I'd rather be in a cryptocurrency that's going to go up 100, 200, 1000%, right? So this is how I've hedged my portfolio, and how I'm doing it is on one side of it, very conservative, safe, precious metals. On the other side, digital assets. And now we're looking at private equity. And now I'm looking at real estate. But here's the point that I wanted to bring in relation to this. This is going to be the largest amount of people turning 65, and the amount of people that aren't prepared. It's not just they didn't save enough. It's they have maybe a couple properties. Maybe they have 2 or 3 properties that now they're struggling to maintain. They're struggling to cover the insurance that keeps going up. They're struggling to cover the taxes that keep going up. And so this once again reiterates the real estate reset, as these boomers and seniors have to offload assets to be able to just survive and live out their retirement. So they're going to be selling off their 401ks, their portfolios in the stocks. They're going to be selling off their real estate. And then the other opportunity for our community, for young folks like myself that are ready to, step in and become a business owner, now is your time, because they don't have an exit strategy for their business either. So right now, we're confirming that the real estate reset's underway. But in business, in every single sector of the business and economy that we have here in the United States, disruption is underway. Chaos is underway. Blood in the streets is here. Every single day, they're turning the key on businesses. I read it every single day in my local paper, and it breaks my heart. Restaurants shutting down. Other businesses shutting down. Manufacturing shutting down, right? This is opportunity for you to step in before they turn the key, and you can take over that business and maybe, right, turn it into something that's actually, going to survive. Now, the options get limited here as folks get, in here towards the end of their runway. And then if we do actually go into a recession, right, then this only exacerbates what we're talking about, right? So everybody is predicting that we've achieved a soft landing, inflation's been killed, times are going to be good, mortgage rates are coming back down, so real estate's going to be fine, right? They're saying, buy now, refinance later. There's still going to be a lack of supply. I question those narratives just based off of this point right here, with the amount of people that are retiring that don't have enough saved. What assets do they have that they can sell off to be able to get them through to the end of their life? It's primarily real estate, and it's primarily stocks. And then for those that have businesses, that's going to be another thing as well. And businesses are more difficult. They're not as liquid as selling your Apple stock, selling your S&P 500, selling off your bonds. That's our opportunity. And the secret sauce is owner finance or seller financing. And we talk about this more in the private group. I'm going to be dropping so much business content this year for our community so that everybody can take advantage of this, whether you're a young person, whether maybe you're 40, 50 years old, and you're seeing what's happening to this older cohort, this older generation that didn't prepare for retirement, and you're now 40, you're now 50, and you're saying, crap, I only have 40,000 in my retirement. I only have 100,000 in my retirement. And I know I need to have well over $1 million, right? Just to live comfortably, not to even live lavishly, just to live comfortably. What are we going to do to get there? Well, maybe you probably have some experience. Maybe you work at a place where the business owner's 65, he's ready to turn it over, and his kids don't want the business. He doesn't want to have to go through the process of selling the business. This is your opportunity to step in. You do some sort of creative financing, owner finance, seller finance, have them carry the note, and you can structure these deals in the most simple way. It doesn't have to be too complicated. And it's a massive opportunity for us. So for the younger generations, for folks like myself, get ready to, and folks, buying a business provides many more benefits than starting one from scratch, right? You already got an existing customer base. You already have systems in the process. Now, some of these businesses, they got a lot of cleanup to have it done before they can, get to cash flow positive or, be a successful business. But once again, that's all opportunity. That's all shaving price right off the top. Okay. So come on in here, take advantage of this opportunity. God bless our retirees and the boomers. God bless the boomers. Huge shout out to the boomers. I love them. Good generation, very good generation. And, as they offload these assets, it's time for us to step up and take over. Whether that's their property, whether that's their equities. Personally, I'm not going to be buying their S&P 500 off of them. I'm not going to be buying their stocks off of them. Thank you very much. No thanks. I will be interested in buying real estate, and I will be interested in buying businesses. That's where our focus needs to be. And this is why I'm calling it, once again, the data points prove the largest generation of retirees hitting right now, the most amount of money that's being created through inflation, through the World War III, the current events, all of this disruption, the internal chaos in the United States, it all comes back to this being our opportunity, and it works out even better for our program, and our model is actually designed for us to thrive during times like this. So step on into it, lean on into it, and let's take massive advantage of this opportunity. With that being said, guys, all the community resources are at my website, zachrector.com. If you guys appreciate the comment, if you guys appreciate the video, please drop a comment down below. Make sure to like this video and let me know what opportunities you are looking at. If you guys know any boomers, any retirees that are looking to offload some assets, step in and make it happen and get a deal done. I'm looking forward to your feedback. I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care. God bless.